All right. All right. My brothers and my sisters, how we doing? My brothers and my sisters, how we doing? All right. Hey man, stuff happens. Stuff happens, y'all. Stuff happens. I, let me do some promotion right quick, but we wow, no, wow is right still. Wow is right, bro. Like the Blazers. The Blazers out of all teams get Jrue Holiday back. Get Jrue Holiday join up. Let's talk. All right. Okay. How y'all doing? Brad always does something nobody would guess. That hey, he always does that. Every team that's rumored and all this other shit, Brad never he never goes with the flow. And he did that shit as a coach, where there was like a lot of times where there was like an obvious adjustment to be made. Brad was like, nah, and he found something else. Yeah, he's at the end of his career. Now he is actually going to where he should have gone. That's true. He might get moved again though. Who? You talking about Jrue Simons? Bro, listen. We got Anthony Simons from the Blazers in 2 seconds. Guys, Anthony Simons is an expiring contract. Anthony Simons, I believe, is an expiring contract, y'all. So after this season, we completely get off of the contract that we gave Jrue Holiday. Now, the seconds could be a little bit important to me, because if there are seconds for this year, Portland is a team. I think Portland has the first pick in the second round. I'm not sure. We get no. Simons has 2 years left, I think. Jrue could get moved again, but I like Simons, man. I like Simons. He goes against he's the complete opposite of Jrue. He's the complete opposite of Jrue, as like he's an offensive guy. Like this is a guy that can really fill it up. Playmaking, scoring. He really jumped onto the scene with the Blazers when Dame was hurt, and he had a stretch where like he really turned up. So Simons, and what else did we get? We got 2 seconds, but I want to see what the seconds are, because I believe Portland has a couple seconds this year, or a high second this year. So I don't know, but Portland is like a situation that like I didn't think was trying to win. I know they had a really good end to the season last year, but I guess they trying to get Jrue Holiday. Now I don't know if they trying to move Jrue Holiday or sorry that. So just got here. What's up? Appreciate you too, Rush. Do you think he comes off the bench and PP's our starting point guard? No, I think Simons is better than Pritchard. And they will probably start Simons. So, but we get off of Jrue Holiday, which is like the big thing, right? And it's not like, oh wait, guys, I'm sorry. Wait, what am I talking about? Get off of Jrue Holiday. We just traded Jrue Holiday, y'all. Can I get a moment of silence for our champion? Everybody close their eyes. Can I get a moment of silence for our champion? Jrue, man, it was real, man. You helped us get a championship. He went to the Blazers. We traded for him. Nah, Jrue was that connect. He was, bruh. Jrue was that connecting piece, bruh. He definitely was. And to be fair, man, like I was so hurt when we traded Rob, bro. But even through that, I knew like what this was. I knew that as soon as we got Jrue, that we were going to win the finals, bro. Because you add in Porzingis, then you add Jrue, and I'm just like, dude, like I was like, man, I can't believe they traded Rob his first healthy offseason. This is an overpay, but I'm like, shit, overpays work. And Rob ended up getting hurt again. Brogdon, who was a solid player until he got hurt in the playoffs the previous year. And then we also gave up the Golden State pick, which ended up number 14. The Blazers used that to trade for Avdia, and that pick ended up being Bub Carrington to the Wizards. But yeah, Brad really just got off that contract that fast. Why not? It's the money. He's not worth that. What you mean? I'm trying to see what seconds we gave up. I'm trying to see what seconds we got. Let me just make sure Anthony Simons' contract. Let me just make sure what Anthony Simons' contract is. Bro, Simons is expiring, bro. Bro, Brad Stevens is he's not worth. Wait, Jrue is a Celtic forever. Love that guy. Why not? You talking about you can't be Brad? He said can't believe that Brad traded him. Why not his money? I got you. He's not worth that for us, but some other team, yes. You think we keep it Simons long term money wise? I don't know, man. I don't know. But Simons is a piece that we could use, bro. But he's an expiring contract, so like, I can't believe Brad just did that, bro. Like, people were actually saying that we were gonna have to attach a pick or like a first to get off Jrue Holiday. Now, KP, you probably be right. But Jrue, shit. And then Simons without Tatum, him and JB gonna go, hey, okay, look, he's not the defender that you want. This is like, again, this is two complete opposite players. Jrue is a defensive specialist. He allows us to be super versatile on the defensive side of the ball, right? He can guard small guys. He can guard bigs. We've seen him guard Karl Anthony Towns. We've seen him guard Jalen Brunson. We've seen all that shit. Anthony Simons teeters around the cone, guys. He teeters around the cone. So let's just get prepared for that. This is two complete opposite players. But Anthony Simons is a guy who can really score the ball. He can facilitate. And he's just one of those shot makers and players that is wired to score. Now, he's not the most efficient guy. But playing with Jaylen Brown, you know what I'm saying? Playing with guys on our team. This is a guy that you would like. Now, haha, we robbed him. That's fun going Bradley touch. He will get better on defense though. Celtics always develop their new players so they can play our play style. I fucking hope, brother. But he is athletic as shit. He's athletic as hell. And he's not like 5'10". He's like 6'3". So if he wants to play defense, I believe that he can because he has the tools to do so. I wanted Jrue, the man, to stay in Boston as much. I wanted him on the court, to be honest. I did too, but I mean, I kind of understood like the money aspect, and we just saved a fuck ton of money, bro. Like, Simons is an expiring contract. That's what I wanted all along. I put out a video about our top 3 trade options. I mean, trade like teams. If you haven't seen that, you can go watch that. The Blazers weren't one of them. It was the Clippers, the Kings, and the Mavericks. Each of those teams had expiring contracts. You think any more of our starters from last year will be traded? I want probably KP. But I think KP is harder to trade because of, one, his value is legit in the gutter. We will probably have to attach something to him to trade him. Also, KP is an expiring contract. So I don't see us salary dumping KP for no reason because his contract is expiring. So the only way I'm trading Porzingis is if we immediately get under the second apron, or we get something for the future like a player or picks, because it literally does us no good to swap expiring contracts because he's already coming off. So it really doesn't matter. Because when people were like trying to trade him to the Lakers for Hachimura, I'm just like, I guess, but I think that KP can have a similar all season to the one he had last year. Like, again, KP just turned into a player that we hadn't seen. This was supposed to be our X factor. This was supposed to be the guy that you can't scheme for. He's 7'3", can shoot the ball, and he had an illness for like 2 months, and turned into somebody that we haven't seen before. So, I think Celtics trying to get that dude on the Blazers. Kamara. Oh shit. Nah, hey, if we would have got Tumani, he's not a he's a wing. He's like 6'6", 6'7", but Kamara, that's an all defensive talent, brother. Kamara's an all defensive talent right there. So we probably did call, but he's not making any bread, I don't believe. So he probably couldn't have been able to be in the trade. But nah, yeah, bro. Like Brad fucking Stevens, man. Can we stop? Like, I find myself sometimes, bro. Just like I find myself sometimes just like wondering what the Celtics are gonna do. Man, Brad got us, bro. I'm finna put Brad Stevens, a poster of Brad, somewhere in this goddamn room. I might put it on this wall, I don't know. It's going somewhere, bro. Because goddamn. Also, whenever we see any reports about the Celtics, don't pay it no mind. Because Brad is always gonna do the opposite shit. Brad is always not the opposite, but Brad always has another option. All right, guys, I'm trying to find out what seconds they gave us. I'm trying to find out which seconds they gave us. Knicks 23rd second and pulling to. Oh, okay. Cool. Okay. So it was just some extra shit to throw in. Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't think Portland would give up picks for this year. But on the Portland side, which we don't really care about that much, but this is interesting, huh? This is interesting for Portland because, again, they had a great end to the season. This is huge for us, but what is the next step? A draft is the next step. And guys, we can also flip Simons. So oh yeah, I'm sorry. So before I go into the Blazers and like draft shit, this is actually crazy. I love it though. Money off the books. There's been a lot of rumors around Jaylen Brown too. I hope we don't lose him. Do you see us keeping Anthony or flipping him? So exactly what I was about to get into. Appreciate you, Shanks, for the segue. I told you guys earlier that like I don't see the point in trading KP for another expiring contract because he's already expiring. The only way I would trade him is if we are immediately getting under the second apron, or it's like a guy that's making like $3 million or $4 million, or we're getting somebody for the future or picks, right? If that's not the case, I think we bring back KP and just let him play his value back up until the trade deadline. We can do the exact same thing with Simons, right? But I think he already has value because like the Magic, we're calling him, every team that needs a shooting guard, not like a 2, but a guard that can shoot the ball, can handle, are going to be interested in Simons. Again, he's athletic as shit. He can shoot the 3. He can create. Not the most efficient guy, but with the Blazers, he literally had to do everything when he was on the floor. Because at the beginning of the season, Abdi hadn't like found his stride yet. Bro, I wanted Rob to get in there. Oh my God, I wanted Rob in this deal. But nah, so yeah, no. So I think we let him take all the shots at the start of next year. You know, exactly. With Tatum out, bro, like Simons is a great piece to have. With Tatum out, Simons is a great piece to have. You give all those shots to him, Derek White, and JB. So yeah, surely we flip. Let him take all. Oh, I just read that. The danger there is that we don't know for a fact that KP's. No, yeah. That's absolutely right. We don't know that KP will be the same guy. But guess what? If he not, expiring contract. Don't fucking mad at us. We gotta run a 13-man rotation this season to raise stocks. Hey man, he gonna be catching. No, hey, he's athletic as shit, bro. He's athletic as shit. He like 6'2", 6'3". You know what I'm saying? He ain't tall, and defensively he not really gonna do too much. Maybe when he comes here, he'll learn that he has to be a guy that defends. What about defensively? He's the opposite of Jrue. So defensively, no. But he got a lot more offensive juice than Jrue does. We got 64 people in here. Appreciate y'all. Crazy. Please comment. Share y'all thoughts, man. I want to talk to y'all, man. We have to factor in that Simons was on the Blazers. He's going to have social space on the Celtics. That is another thing. Simons is going to be a better than a shooter. Yeah, no, he's way better than a shooter. I love Jrue, bro, but that contract was always way too much, and a piece we can live without. Love Jrue as a person and as a player, though, 100%. Hey, what if he signs a mid-level contract with us because he wants to win? Anthony? Anthony not signing no. He not signing no mid-level. Unless he like gets hurt and he has like a horrible year, then no, he not signing. On the Blazers, he's like the third. He's like the starter team for sure. So on the Celtics, yeah, no. Hey, Simons, this is a great trade for us. We got picks back. How? It's 2030 and 2031 seconds. But yes, like the Blazers, they had a great end to the not a great, but they had a very, very solid run to end the season, and they were like a swing team in all of this trade shit. Like, are they a team that's gonna try to capitalize on the end that they had to last year, or are they just gonna sit back and just try to develop their guys again? And their guards are now what, Jrue and Scoot and Shaden Sharp. So Jrue can come in and teach Scoot some shit, and it is what it is. If we extend him, do you see us keeping him? If we extend him, probably. Let my ass off. I was open my phone randomly and saw the trade. I gotta stay up for a bit more. Not for real, bro. I'm about to dig deep into Anthony's it's his film. This means Hauser gets dumped now. We didn't make nearly enough headroom on second apron, only made a 4.7 million. Yeah, so this wasn't for this season. Like, this was not to save for this year. This is to get off the years that Jrue has, right? So Jrue had 2 years plus a player option. So Anthony's like, we're not gonna save a lot this season, but after this season, like, if we just let Anthony walk, which I don't think we will, either we're gonna trade him because he has a lot of value, not a lot of value, but he has value to teams that need shooting and that need handling, shot and all that shit. So I don't know, man. But I like Brad. I think there's a fleece. No, it is a fleece for us, bro. It is a fleece for us. It is. We got off Jrue contract and got a better player and like a younger player. Like for the Celtics, Jrue. How do I say this? Simons has more shit. I don't know. Because for playoff teams, Jrue has more value. Maybe. It depends on the playoff team. But Simons is, how old is Simons? Simons is 26, bro. And he's like a proven 20-point scorer. Like proven. Hey yo, chill, bro. Seeing that Gafford extension raises my questions on Luke a little bit more. The Gafford extension like told me that the Mavericks were out. The Gafford extension told me that was no longer a trade partner. At least for Jrue. We could like, I liked the PJ Washington. Like I was fine with Gafford as a trade piece because he had an expiring contract. He's also a guy that feels a need, right? The Celtics need some more help. But once he signed a $20 million extension, nah. But they still do have PJ Washington, who's an expiring contract. We still have the opportunity to salary dump Sam Hauser to a team. So hey man, seeing if we can get a first for Sam, Brad's the GOAT. I think there's a feast for us. Hey yo, I think we keep Simons until the deadline when Tatum gets back. He keeps us afloat until then. Yeah, and he can also play with like Tatum and Brown, right? Again, on the defensive side, hopefully he can improve. But not a guy that's gonna give you too much. In the playoffs, that is a pressure point. Like he can be a pressure point. Yeah. So But on the offensive side of the ball, we just got hella juice, bro. We just got hella juice on the offensive side, and he's young. And somebody also said that on the Blazers, a lot of times when he was popping off, Dame was hurt, so he was the best player. Like he was the best scorer on the floor for the Blazers most of his career. When he comes here and he's playing with Brown, he's not gonna have the best defender on him. And then he's playing with Brown and Tatum. If if that happens, he will have the third best defender on him. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But like any avenue, if we don't keep him, we shed a 4-year, $30+ million contract. If we keep him, that means he did good enough for us to keep him, right? And if we trade him for assets. So, hey man, listen, Bradley Stevens. Bradley Stevens. I gotta tip my cap. Well, I shouldn't do that because recent events. But I think we keep Simons. Oh, I read that. I hope we flip Simons because he's bad. Simons is not bad. Anthony Simons is not a bad player. I'm trying to keep Simons, man. He's very underrated. Back to back. He shoots 9 threes per game. He fits Joe Mazzulla. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And like, you know what? You know what, y'all? You know what? Do not mistake me saying that these players are the same. But if we're talking about 3-point creation, he can be our Tatum. He shoots 9 threes per game, and he's not in a lot. And majority of those are off the dribble. Tatum attempted the most above the break threes last year, like 99 percentile, 100 percentile in above the break threes per game. I wonder where Simons ranks in that. I'm gonna try to. Y'all listen. If y'all was in here for my stream when I was doing the mock off season, y'all know we had some technical difficulties and some echoing and shit. I want to share my screen with y'all, but I am petrified of what's gonna fucking happen because I want to show y'all some stuff about Anthony Simons. I don't want to take the risk. I'm just looking myself. So let me go over to my my little statistic shit right quick. So Simons, so yeah, I think he can replicate a lot of the Tatum 3-point variety, I'll say. And so last season he averaged 19 points, about 3 rebounds, 5 assists, only shot 43% from the field, but shot 38% from 3. So he shot 36% from 3, 49% on 2s. Shooting. Let me see if I was right about the 3-point stuff. So he attempts 7.5 above the break threes per game, bro. He attempts 7.5 above the break threes per game. This is a splitting image of Tatum's 3-point shot creation, bruh. Literally, this is a splitting image of Tatum. So while Tatum's out, the shit that he was doing from 3, Anthony Simons can step in and do. And they're probably gonna shoot around the same percentage. So he's not Tatum, so don't mistake me saying that he's Tatum. But as far as 3-point variety, 3-point creation, Simons can do some of that shit. What you think this means for the other trades that happened with Boston? I think it's the same thing. Continue to try to shed where you can, smartly, of course. Brad Stevens really gonna fleece somebody for KP? I'm afraid so, man. Not I'm afraid, but I think so. And bro, the draft is tomorrow. The draft is tomorrow. So we traded Jrue for a point guard, right? Who we're not sure if he'll be there or not for the future. He's a guy that can be. He's 26 years old. Let me go to my pivot. All right. I gotta see how bad he was defensively. Um, Go to my B-ball index shit, right? And my pay for subscriptions so I can do the statistic shit. But yeah, man. Hey, Bradley Stevens. Shouts out to Bradley. Hey, can we get a round of applause for fucking Brad Stevens, man? Can we get a round of applause for Brad Stevens? How does he keep, if I was an opposing team's GM, how he keep getting away with this shit, man? How does he keep getting away with this shit? I don't know, and I don't care. I don't know, and I don't care, because it's Brad Stevens. So I am going to get into Anthony Simon stuff. I'm gonna think a little bit more, but I'm probably gonna do like some Anthony Simons film stuff against the Celtics, so like some games, because he played good in Boston multiple times. Because I remember when we played the Blazers and stuff, and like Sky was just drooling over him because of like his shot making. Like he's a real shot maker, like a real shot maker. He's athletic, everything's fluid. So I'm gonna. It's exciting times, man. Exciting times. I was already very excited with the draft, so I can like have something to do and like have some guys to break down that a lot of people don't have a lot of opinions on. We more than likely getting Kalkbrenner in the draft if we don't make any more moves. I don't mind Kalkbrenner any move that we do. I don't mind Kalkbrenner at all. Portland Trailblazers are my favorite West team. They traded us Jrue in the first place. Yes, they did, which led to a chip and then helped us get off his contract. Hey, shout out. Real shit. Shout out to the Blazers, man. Real shit. Shout out to the Blazers, man. Shout out to the Blazers, man. Y'all helped us get a championship, and y'all helping us get off some bread. One of my best friends is a Trailblazers fan, bro. Actually, let me see what he said. He said, y'all got Ant from us. Jrue really got traded to Portland for a second time. Portland ain't want to trade him in the first place. That's what I'm hearing. So yeah, let me check out Anthony Simon's defense right quick. Let me just go, because from the years prior, he's a guy that's not really gonna defend too much. You know what I'm saying? All right, full data. Let me see. So his role on defense is low activity, which, yeah. Defense. So most of the times he's guarding stationary shooters, secondary ball handlers, chasing guys off screen shooters. 39% 7% of the time he's guarding a star. 25% of the times he's guarding a starter, bro. So we're probably gonna have to put him on somebody that is like not doing too much. What does this mean for PP? Nothing. It's probably gonna be the same rotation. Like Simons is better than Pritchard, so Pritchard's probably gonna come off the bench. And even if he I had this question with the King shit. Like, if we traded Jrue for like Monk, like I believe Monk is better than Pritchard. But even if like they're super close, I think Joe would probably elect to keep Pritchard on the bench, because that's just he thrives there. So I feel like that's gonna be the same situation here. Pritchard's still gonna get his same amount of opportunities. He's gonna still get his same amount of opportunities. Now, Simons has had some injury shit. Simons has had some injury stuff. Let me just let me see how many games he's played this season. I should know this, but I like the Blazers too. So Simons played. Oh, he played 70 games this season. So in the previous years, he had like a lot of injury shit. So 2023, 2024, he played 46 games, 62, 57, 64. So it's not that bad. It's not that bad, actually. Okay. But like these seasons, like 2020, 2021, 42% from three. The next season, 40% from three. The next season, 37% from three. That's when he like he started taking uh, he started taking a lot more shots. 23 last season he shot 36. The year before he shot 38%. So yeah, yeah. He averaged 5 assists last season. He's averaged 5 assists the last 2 seasons. So he's going to be so fun. Wait, I'm sorry. I think I missed something. Trailblazers really rented us Jrue Holiday. Yeah. He's going to get way easier looks playing with JB and KP for sure. Our team is going to be so fun to watch now, bro. This is going to be a blast, dog, for sure. Simons is the best player on a team in the West that made a solid run last year. He used to having Lou Dort type players guarding him for sure. Imagine he makes an IT league. Holy shit. He gonna eat. He's a bum. I watched a lot of Blazers ball because I'm a Tumani fan. He's gonna do exactly what Peyton Pritchard does, just complete zero on defense. I think he's better than Pritchard offensively. I think he's more athletic. Like the play style, you're right, is probably the same. I think he's a lot more fluid than Pritchard. I think he has a much better handle than Pritchard. But Pritchard is definitely better on the defensive side of the ball. And I'm glad you said the zero on defense shit, because you just reminded me to go back to his defensive stuff. 10 drives for 75 possessions, 81st percentile. 92% of his rim shots are unassisted. Like he just creates his own shit. Defense. What the fuck is defense? Okay, I'm not worried about his interior defense because I won't have him defending the rim that much. He is athletic. Okay, perimeter defense. 21st percentile in perimeter ISO. Holy shit. Yeah, I mean, I already knew that though. I already knew that. So, he's going to get weight. Right there. He's going to eat. He going to have the guard and jumping when he catching bangs on camera for sure. Where do you find defensive stats? I have a B-ball index. It's a paid thing. It's only $5 a month. So, not a rich man. So y'all can easily just get the same thing too. So you think Pritchard can beat him out of a starting spot? If I'm just going by the players, no. But seniority with the Celtics, maybe. But again, I think Pritchard thrives on the bench. I don't think Joe wants to mess with that. So I see Pritchard coming off the bench. They might let him start because he's just been with the team longer than Simons and he's a new guy, but I don't know. He's an unreal athlete for sure. He almost always played with a terrible team. I think around some better talent, it won't be as glaring. Yeah. Bro, I'm crying. I love Jrue. He's my favorite player of all time. Really? Hey man, listen. I didn't want. It's tough seeing Jrue go. I ain't gonna lie. Something else unexpected is gonna happen today or tomorrow. Yeah, nah. Brad always working, bro. So I know we had to move him for CBA reasons, but for real, this shit makes me sad. So yeah, nah, man. He's a champion. He helped us become a champion, bro. He helped us become a champion. And when that trade happened, of course, I was mad that they traded Rob. Rob is my favorite player of all time, like real shit. And they traded him, and I was like, damn, this Rob only healthy all season. I seen Rob shooting threes in the gym. I'm like, hey, we finally finna get some shit. Trade my boy for Jrue Holiday. Even though I was upset, bro, I knew that was the right move and that it was going to work. So this season is a wash. Anyways, might as well see how the guys deal with bigger roles. Yeah, man. Like, throw Walsh in there, throw Shyman in there. Like, especially if you trade in Hauser, like if you pick a guy 28 at 32, whoever those guys are, you add Shyman to the mix, you add Walsh to the mix. We just gotta see, man. We just gotta see what's up. But this makes the path to a less expensive team much clearer. You still got KP to trade, which again is in expiring contract. You got Sam Hauser, who makes about 10 per year. Pritchard makes about 8. Not worried about Tatum Brown contracts, but yeah, man. So I'm probably gonna make a formal video on YouTube right quick. But it's 65 of us in here. I ain't finna just leave y'all like this. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna just leave y'all. So if y'all have any questions about Simons or just in general, I can answer those right quick. And other than that, I got some draft shit I gotta do. Oh yeah, we need this rebuild for. Damn, I gotta do another rebuild. Shit. Damn, that's right. Damn. I miss Rob too, and I feel Malcolm deserved a better run as a Celtic, considering he wanted to come here so bad. But for real, this entire team seemed to love being teammates more than I've ever seen. Yeah, nah. Bruce, what's up, baby? Yeah. Brogdon was really good for us. Like Brogdon was everything that we needed until he got hurt. Brogdon was everything we needed until he got hurt. So it is what it is. Good trade for us. Yes, trade gets us below the second apron, so we can. This trade does not get us below the second apron. We're still over the second apron. Simons only makes like $5 million less than Jrue, but what it does do is it gets us off of Jrue's contract. So Simons is an expiring deal. So we'll be able to not have to give Jrue 37 M's when he's 37 on a player option. So yeah, we also saved on the luxury tax. So yeah, it's just I'm super sad to see Jrue go. Super sad to see Jrue go. But like, dude, we saved so much bread in the coming years. We've saved so much bread in the coming years. CBA comes less threatening with the Jrue shit. So now we still got KP, who again, like I said, is an expiring contract. Sam Hauser makes $10 million, so we still can salary dump him. But yeah, man, is he for real a terrible fit with JT? I don't think he's a terrible fit. Like defensively, he's not what we want, and he's not what the Celtics typically go for as far as like defensive guys. But offensively, like, yeah, he's him. He's him. Why is Boston selling off? Is Tatum out for next year? Out. He's gonna be out for majority next year, or at least half. But I think Simons with Jaylen Brown and like with Tatum out. I said this earlier. I'm not sure how many of y'all were here, but like Anthony Simons offensively is like a perfect fit for Joe. And he like replicates a lot of Tatum's 3-point shot creation, because Tatum was towards the top of the league and like above the break threes per game. Simons is in the 96th percentile, right? A lot of his stuff is self-creation threes. He ranked in the 96th percentile in above the break three attempts. So a lot of the shit that we see Tatum do on the offensive side, as far as like the threes attempted, not the post work, not any of that shit, but as far as like him attempting the threes, Simons does a lot of that stuff too. So we'll be able to like uphold like a lot of our three pull up shooting and all that shit. So yeah, man, I'm really excited for this. Video choppy. I think it's choppy on my end. I'm not sure if that's something that is wrong with my computer, but I don't know, man. So I appreciate y'all. I will be talking draft with Celtics Digest tomorrow. I will be talking draft with Celtics Digest, my boy Bruce, tomorrow. But now we got a lot more stuff to dig into, man. We got a lot more stuff to dig into. Whether the Celtics keep Anthony Simons, whether they trade him at the trade deadline. Like we have avenues to improve, whether that's salary wise, anything, bro. We have avenues. So, but early. Hold on, let me read some of these comments before I get out of here. Really find it hard to believe Jrue had negative value, especially with teams like Dallas and Sac interested. Then you could have gotten at least a first. Anthony Simons is not negative value. Anthony Simons is not negative value. Jrue did not have negative value. I would have, of course, liked to get picks. I think the Mavs, well, the Mavs didn't really have any picks unless we were talking like really deep into the future. But Sack has some picks, of course. But you would have had to take like DeRozan back or Malik Monk, so that adds to it. For us, the Blazers, we only got one player, so yeah, Simons is younger than Jrue, is on an expiring contract. He's a very good shot creator and playmaker. So not passer, but he can make plays for himself and others. So I don't think this is negative value at all, especially with us getting off of Jrue's contract and shit like that. But we tweet. Hold on. Yeah. I think Bobby Marks tweeted it that he tweeted it wrong. That he said that we got on the apron, but we didn't. Now the draft is clear. Get a big and a wing shooter that can defend. It was always the plan, but now it's without a doubt for sure. Bobby Marks gaslighting. KB will be tough to move for the injury concern. Maybe Utah since they're well under the apron, but Sam will be an easy move as he's a great asset. I think in 2026, 2027, we will be back in the race. Early in Portland, Simons did a lot of running off stagger baseline screens and flare screens out of Hornset. He's a well-rounded shooter. So yeah, that translates right to the Celtics. Yes, sir. So hey, appreciate everybody for coming out. I think my shit is a little bit choppy, but I think y'all can hear me. But hey, I appreciate y'all. We reached a high of like 80 something in here. So I'm just glad that people want to hear me talk about shit. So again, appreciate y'all. Y'all will be seeing a lot more of me. I might do a video later tonight, just like actually doing like a real video on Simons. But catch me tomorrow on Celtics Digest talking about the draft. We'll be going live before the draft, and we'll be trying to like predicting who we think the Celtics will pick. And then after the draft, I'll be on Green with Envy Pod, I believe on Thursday, discussing our first round pick. And then we got the second round. So whoever we pick then,